interest rates have been on a downward slide since mid-June, which is good. So as the Fed is hiking rates, we're seeing mortgage rates improve. So we expect mortgage rates to continue to improve as the economy slows down. And one thing I'm telling clients right now is that as interest rates come down, we're going to see a lot more buyers enter the market. So when we look back at 4 out of the last 5 recessions since the early 90s, we've seen real estate do extremely well during recessions. The reason being, rates typically come down, and mortgage rates specifically. So right now, while we've got this inventory building up, there's a lot of buyers kind of sitting on the sidelines wondering what they're going to do. But when rates come down a little bit more, they're all going to jump off the couch and go buy a home. So if you're somebody who's thinking about buying a home this year, you should do it now, because if rates come down faster than expected, that inventory is going to get gobbled up. So just keep that in mind. And that's one of the reasons like why I'm thinking about this market. It's slow right now, but I feel very excited about where we're going, because I've been in the business for 16 years. I know I don't look that old, but I have. This is the only job I've ever had is mortgage lending. And I've gone through like, I don't know how many different cycles, 6 or 7 different cycles. And every time we go through a slow part of the market cycle, if you plant the right seeds, you do the activities, as soon as things pick up, you will absolutely crush it. But if you sit around and say, oh, it's too hard right now, I'm not getting deals, let me just wait until things get better, you will get left behind. And that is the difference between the top performers and everybody else. The top performers just keep grinding when the market is hard. They plant the seeds, and then when things improve, they absolutely crush it. And so that's what I'm really focused on in my business right now is like, yeah, I'm not doing as many deals and it sucks, but I am grinding to get more business, because I know that when things turn, then I'm going to reap the benefits of it. So make sure you guys are working really hard on that. So couple things I want to share. So like over my 16 years, my best year so far is 84 million in production. And I've had multiple 7-figure years, and I've had that from following some simple marketing strategies that I've learned through some different coaching programs I've been a part of. So I want to share 3 simple marketing tactics for marketing to your database. And there's a lot of you in the room here who are new agents, and you're thinking, oh, I don't have a database. Well, you have people that you know in the valley that you can market to, right? So there's all these people in the valley right now who are going to buy in the next 6 to 12 months. We all know a ton of them, but if we're not in front of them, giving them information when they make that decision, they're not going to go with us. So these are 3 tactics for like database management. So first is what I call letter of the heart. So letter of the heart is a 1-page letter that I send to my database every other month. And it's basically like just a personal update on what's happening in my life, with my family. And we have 2 little kids, so I'll give an update on that. I'll share some kind of struggle that I went through, and then I'll give the clients like just a short update on what's happening in the market. So 1-page letter, we print it with a couple photos of our family, and Lisa helps us to mail that out and get it out to our database. That about 35% of my business is past clients and referrals from past clients. That is my single best marketing piece. It takes me 1 hour to do every other month. I never miss. So that's called Letter of the Heart. I'd be happy to send you some copies of my Letter of the Heart so you could read it, just get a feel for what it sounds like. But it's important to share like some kind of struggle or something really personal that you've gone through. So I got a hair transplant in November last year. So I told my hair transplant story in my Letter of the Heart, and all my clients were like, holy shit, wow, dude. And then I've got like all these people calling me, well, where did you go? And I went to Turkey, and it was this crazy thing, right? But that's super personal, and so these are the kinds of things you got to share in your Letter of the Heart. And what it does is then everybody who's in your sphere gets to know you on an intimate level. So you're not even talking to these people, but they're getting to know who you are on a very deep level. And that's how you're going to continue to be their realtor, right? So that's Letter of the Heart. Birthday program. So got to have a really tight birthday program for everybody in your database. So what we do on my team is the middle of each month, we print a list of all the birthdays for the following month. All of our VIPs get fairy tale brownies, a handwritten card, and a phone call from me on their birthday. And then everybody else in our database gets a handwritten card and a call from me on their birthday. So in the middle of the month, my team will just add whoever's birthday it is into my Outlook calendar on each day. So I have that as an 8 a.m. Calendar reminder. And then at the beginning of each day, I can just make my birthday calls. It's just plugged in, right? So we're always like 6 weeks in advance on the birthdays. So run a birthday program. People love to get a call on their birthday. And then a lunch and learn that I'm going to be teaching at our office in a couple weeks is how to use LinkedIn to get relationships with business people in the community. So this is something I've been doing since like mid-May, and I've met 15 new financial advisors. I've had lunch with 10 of them. All the initial meetings are over Zoom, and I'm intentionally meeting financial advisors, CPAs, family law attorneys, life insurance agents, small business owners, people who can refer me clients, and I've created a funnel system through LinkedIn where it's an automated process. So I'm going to teach a lunch and learn at my office in a couple weeks on how to do that. There's a program called Duck Soup. So that's how you can expand your network and get in front of people who can refer you business, okay? So come join that if you want to learn more about that. How am I doing on time?
Will you send the calendar for that?
Yes. Yeah, I'll send that out to everybody. Okay, 2-1 temporary buy down. This is something you're probably hearing a lot about right now in the market. So temporary buy downs, let's take an example of a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Let's say the rate is 6%. A 2-1 temporary buy down, you're paying a fee at closing to get a 2% lower rate in the first year and a 1% lower rate in the second year. And then from year 3 forward, it's at the note rate. So if you have a mortgage that's 6%, year 1 it'll be 4, year 2 it'll be 5, then year 3 and all the way through the end of the term, it'll be 6%. What's better about a temporary buy down in this market versus paying discount points to buy down the rate is that you get a bigger savings. So like the cost for a temporary buy down depends on the loan amount, but it comes out to like 1.5% of the loan amount approximately. If you were to pay 1.5% in discount points on that 6% mortgage, your rate would go from like 6% down into the low 5s. Whereas with a temporary buy down, you're getting all the way down to 4% in your first year. So we expect as the economy is slowing down that we're going to see mortgage rates come down. So with a temporary buy down, you can get somebody an extra low rate for these next couple of years. Chances are they're probably going to be refinancing their mortgage within the next couple of years for a lower rate anyway.